Yeah.
So you have some money, you're making an offer, but let's talk about the myth that do you get a better deal if you work directly with the listing agent instead of having your own buyer's agent?
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Because I'm sure we still get calls every now and then for people that want to work with us if we're the listing agent. So I would say no, because here is how it works. Like if you're the listing agent, you're representing the seller and you have a contract signed with the seller, and your job is to perform and get them the best and the offer that's going to go to closing.
Yes.
And hopefully net them the most, although the seller gets to choose the offer, but that's typically the goal. So if a buyer wants to work with the listing agent and the idea is that they want to kind of somehow either get inside or get like a reduction in, closing costs or something like that, it's really not to their best interest.
Yeah, I think that, we don't talk a lot about how agents get paid in this and who has a contract with what. And this is some of the fun part about going over the picket fence, right? Beyond the picket fence, let's talk about this stuff, is that the seller has a contract with the listing agent and that commission and that amount has been predetermined.
Right.
And that office is due that commission when the house sells. And we invite buyer agents to come and participate in bringing their offers to share if there is another buyer's agent. So the other thing I think buyers also need to think about is there's the commission and saving a couple of $1,000s, maybe if that listing agent is going to write the offer for them, whether they get representation or not, but who's looking out for their best interests. So have they been, do they know what to ask for? Do they know what their rights are? Do they know what they can negotiate on? Like without having your own representation, what you may save in this idea of commission or, some kind of credit, you may give up a lot more in buying a very big purchase without
Right.
representation.
Right.
And knowing no, you can ask for this.
Right. Right. I think that's pretty big deal because especially in the world we live in where, everything seems to become more complicated. That's what your realtor does is they have your back.
Yeah.
They kind of help you discover all the things you need to discover on a property and determine, if it's the right fit for you.
Yeah.
So,
I find in this really fast-paced market where you get to see a home, you have 15 minutes in the home.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, they're reviewing offers tomorrow and you need to make a decision. You really need someone to guide you through and say, here's the things and here's the pitfalls I might be seeing about this property. Maybe it's the condition. Maybe it's something in the documentation. What questions do you need to ask? Is there a homeowners association? So all of that thing that if you're not an experienced buyer, you wouldn't even know to ask these questions.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I think that that's a myth.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.